I'm not very concise when I'm tired, so I'm gonna try my best here for you to keep this super on point. Look, session 6. The whole point here, the whole point is getting Josh or anyone that we're coaching to a point where they're like, hey, Tarik, I don't think I need you anymore. Like, that is the win for me. And so for him to start today with like, Tarik, it's been 2 weeks since we spoke. I've had a ton of speed bumps and I've managed them and I've navigated. I didn't hear from this guy the whole time about these speed bumps. And that to me is the data that shows that what we are building is not Band-Aid solutions. It's working and it's sticking and it's serving him in the moments when I'm not there. And that is the whole point of all of this, right? So that made my day, the first 2 minutes of that session, for him to say that. The session itself, and it was such a different energy from him today compared to, I watched the onboarding video from 7 weeks ago before filming this because I was like, this doesn't even feel like the same guy. And today was a different type of session. We were talking about a few areas of his business where he felt stuck, where he felt like he couldn't really put pen to paper. And we spent an extra 10, 15 minutes. I wanted him to hover to try to find the trends of where, what usually triggers that kind of feeling of stuckness. Because otherwise we could have wasted a ton of time digging into areas that didn't really actually address the root of it. And it's amazing, and this is the proof that like we can't just solve everything with external advice or articles or ChatGPT, because we figured out in like minute 40 that what's happening here is his mind, if his mind doesn't articulate like the deep why behind building a GTM strategy or any of these other things, if he doesn't have that deep why and it's not tied to his values, then he's not going to be able to prioritize putting that in his calendar. And so he will always end up in the same spot of like, I know I need to do this thing. I've seen a bunch of advice on how to do it, but like, I don't really know the why, like the deep why behind it. And so it doesn't get done. And so, yeah, we don't have a GTM model yet, but now we know how his brain works. And now he's got the action to really sit down and put that why ahead of the how and figure out like, what is the deep why for himself for GTM? The video got long. I'm really sorry. I just like, yeah, we're getting there. And next week's gonna be the last session. And wow. This is what it's all about, right? This is what it's all about. So I apologize for the long video. Yeah, we're feeling good. We'll talk soon. See you next week.